I was lucky enough to be present in August 1993 when he called us the Heralds of the Dawn.
Yeah.
And he really wanted us, particularly young people, to take up the church's mission. Those words were incredibly inspiring to me. I entered seminary later that month.
Yeah.
I was already planning to go to seminary, but that was the great gift of God to turn up the flame within me. And St. John Paul II did that everywhere, every audience. There's something that went beyond his words. He was a powerful preacher because of his heroism, not necessarily because of his eloquence, but his body language was always eloquent. And like this 264th Peter dressed in white, crisscrossing the globe, he was a sign, not just a symbol. A sign has some type of intrinsic relationship to what it's pointing to, whereas a symbol is arbitrary. But he was a sign that this historical figure called Peter was real, that he was a successor, not of a character in a fable, but a crucial protagonist in real history. And if Peter existed, then what does that say about Jesus? And if Peter existed and he died in Rome and St. John Paul II would celebrate Mass literally on top of his bones, where the first Christians buried him after he was crucified upside down by Nero in 64 AD. If all of that were true, and John Paul II is the living, not just successor of Peter, but the heir of all that the Lord had entrusted as our inheritance, then that's why people get chills up their spine when they meet the successor of St. Peter, as I did, as so many did when they met St. John Paul II, because he was, by who he is, even before he opened up his mouth or acted, a living signpost pointing to the fact that God loved us so much that he entered our world in order so that we could enter into his eternal milieu where life would be received to the full. That's why St. John Paul II laid down his life. He was first and foremost a faithful disciple of Jesus, but that fidelity led to his becoming an ardent apostle whose work through this great writing Redemptoris Missio continues 35 years later.